Hi and welcome to my channel. So today we have a very interesting problem on SAS. So in this problem we have a dataset, and in this dataset we have user ID and tweet count. And this dataset is about the users and the number of tweet they done. Maybe it could be like on each day. So for example, this user has done two number of tweets in one day, whereas the same user on second day has done one number of tweet. On third day he did like three more tweets. So likewise we have a data, and we have different user IDs in this data. For example, we have 111 user IDs data and 199 user IDs data and 254 user IDs data. And what we want to do is in this data set we have to find out the average of these tweet counts. But to calculate the average, it is not very straightforward. For example, if we have the first row, means day 1, if we calculate the average of this particular row or day 1, it will be 2 tweet count 2 divided by 1, correct? But if we count the average in the second day, so to calculate the average for the second day, we have to consider this first day tweet count also. So it will be 2 plus 1 divided by 2. So it will be 2 plus 1 divided by 2. So we have to take this in brackets. So it will be 1.5. Then in the third day, for this user 111, the tweet count will be sum of 2, 1, 3 and divided by 3. So like this we have to calculate the average of all these users, how they are how we are getting day by day these things. And for example, in the last day for this user 111, the tweet count will be equal to sum of all these numbers and divided by, so total number of rows we have is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So it will be divided by 7. So it will be this one. But if you can see this row, we have again this 199 user again, like this is the first row for this user. So again, if we calculate the average for this particular user here, it will be 7 divided by 1, which is 7. For the next day it will be 7 plus 5 divided by 2, right? So like this we have to calculate the average of these tweet counts. So it is more like a running average. We can say it is more like a running average for each user. We have to calculate this. So let's see how we can do this in SAS. So in this SAS we have this tweet data, and let's try to run this data, and let's try to run this code and generate our dataset first. So we have this dataset now. Now what we can do is, because we have to calculate the running average for these tweet counts for each user, what I'm trying to do is I'm creating a new dataset, and let's call this dataset as maybe tweet average, and let's set the previous dataset that we had like tweet data. And now what we can do is let's set this by user ID. Let's set this by user ID, and let's take not sorted, because we don't want to sort this dataset. Even like if we, because it is not required to sort them, because it could be possible that this, we always have to make sure that this order will not get intact. So that is why I am using not sorted. Okay, so in the next step what we can do is I am retaining two variables. First is sum and another is any number, which is n, and making them 0 initially. So when we will get the first dot user ID, whenever we get the first user ID, at that time what we can say is we can say that sum is equal to 0 and n is equal to 0 and n is equal to 1. We can say n is equal to 1 because this is the number which we will use to divide the sum. So because at the first place we have to divide 2 by 1, right? Only then we will get 2 as an average, because initially we have like one row only, so that is why we have this n equal to 1 and sum is 0. So in what I am doing is sum is equal to sum plus to it count, sum is equal to sum plus to it count, and this is what I am doing. And in the else statement, else what we can say is sum is equal to sum plus to it count and n equal to n plus 1. Okay, so let me run this code first and let's see what we are getting now. So okay, so we have this to it count as 2 and this sum is 2, and in the next step this 2 plus 1 is 3, so we are getting 3. So 2 plus 1 plus 3 is 6, so we are getting 6. And for this new user, because this is 7, so we are getting 7. 7 plus 5 is 12. So this sum is okay, there is no issue in the sum. Okay, and okay, because we have the first record here, so we are getting n as 1. For second record n is 2, n is 3, and likewise we are getting till n is 7. Again we have the new record 199, this new subject, so we are getting 1 n equal to 1, then 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, so this is fine. So now we are getting sum and n, and we can do one more thing I think, because we are just using these two conditions. I mean these two conditions are same, so no need to use these two conditions here. Instead what we can do is, let's use this condition outside, maybe here. So let's run this. Okay, so now let's recheck sum. Okay, so 2 and 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 plus 3 is 6, 6 plus 4 is 10, so this is fine. 7 plus 7, 7 plus 5 is 12, 12 plus 9 is 21, so this is fine. So we can use this condition outside, and because we want the average, now what we have is, if you again look into the output, we have the sum and also we have the n. So we just have to divide this sum by n, and this is how we can get the average. So what we can do is, let's create one more variable, avg equal to sum divided by n. So let's run this. Okay, 2 1.5. okay, let's check 2 1.5 2 and 3.16666 and 3 for the sixth row. Okay, I think we have done something wrong here. Okay, this should be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, 3.57. why we are getting some different number? Oh, 3.5714. so we are getting right, this number is also right, so no issues in this. Then we are getting 7 and 6, and we are getting 7 and 6. So this is how we can calculate the running average. And because we don't require this sum and n, so we can also drop these two variables. So let's also drop them, drop sum and n, and let's rerun this. And also let's do a proc print data equal to it average, or to it average run. So let's run this. Okay, so now we are getting these average or running average for each user for these to it counts. So this is how we can solve this problem, and going forward I'll be solving more problems on my channel. So if you like my video, please do subscribe my channel to get notification more notification whenever I am going to post any videos. You will get a proper notification of those videos. So thank you, bye bye, take care.